Today, from Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, it's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
He's going to air one out. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bears on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Point after. Right down the middle. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they will wrangle him down a couple of yards shy of the 30. Begin the drive on the ground with Allen. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. These are his numbers from last week's contest. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
And this will be a Packers first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Throwing on first down. Gunter. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And indeed, the flag is out.
Come on, dog!
Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
Looking to throw on second down. Gunter. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one. Beautiful throw right there on third down, and it looked like this was going to be 6 points, but a nice touchdown-saving tackle at the end of this. Even still, this offense is knocking on the door now.
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Extra point attempt to come here. It's up. And good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it ends with a Packers touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game.
And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play that time on the catch and run.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some.
The rushing numbers last week for Oliver. 16 carries, 58 yards, and a score.
They look like a team that really emphasized the running game in the offseason. They were going to build around it. Didn't matter if they were going to run gap scheme, power scheme, whatever. They've got a runner who finds yardage if you give him just a little bit of space.
On second down now. It's Oliver. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
I mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game. That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate, and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9.
Here's a carry for Oliver. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Thomas has got it, complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And that's all about recognition right there, because he's got to go from pass rush mode to pursuit mode, where defensive line coaches like to call retracing. And he's able to retreat and make the tackle for just a short gain.
And this one is right through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Even
not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past him.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Off-play action. Gunter. And he finds a man on the crossing route. Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. On 1st down, Gunter.
Oh, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off near the 34. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he's brought down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
2nd and 4. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. On 3rd down, Oliver. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Here's a first down throw that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
They run. It's Oliver.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was. And now it's 3rd down.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have the Bears' first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
I'd love to sit down at some point in our offseason and talk to these defensive coordinators in the red zone. Tight end is obviously a big threat, yet these guys continue to make plays. Is there any other way to stop them?
Apparently not. In the red zone, like you said, that's your guy. They got it to him.
Supreme confidence in going to a playmaker.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. On the run, it's Oliver. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears will extend their lead. And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run. Making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle. No running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
To throw on 2nd down. Gunter, Allen here on the screen. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. 9 yards is the loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Well, so much for bluffing the defensive line into thinking that they were going to be able to get to the quarterback. Instead, they sniffed out the screen pass and made a really nice play for lost yardage.
McKinnon here, it's complete. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
Well, that's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
They'll try and throw for it here. He finds his man, complete. It's Flynn. They'll run on 1st down. Allen. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And to give this time to the tailback. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Back to throw. Gunter escaping the pressure. And the pressure gets to him again. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Gunter, flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
A we on the same page here, partner? Because I think they had the right idea. Just take what you can get on 3rd and forever.
Yeah, in real life, I'd say yes. It's just these video games are tempting. You want to go downfield with it.
I like the way you evolved.
Yeah.
You know, you learned how to play it the Madden way.
And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Flushed out right. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2nd and 5. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is going to be Packer football. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines, you didn't knock the ball.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Packers are back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to a field goal. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A good gain on 1st. Has them set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Back to throw. And incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. Whipping one into Allen. That's complete. That's a Packers touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. Three first-half touchdowns. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. Extra point attempt here still to come. It's up and good to make it 21-17. A nice tiny little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
So far, he has one touchdown, one interception. He'll be looking for that second touchdown now. Packer pressure, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. They'll throw now on the final play. Wide open receiver complete. So we're at halftime here. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Gunter. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds, because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Gunter. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And now they're in the hurry-up. On 1st and 10. Gunter. And he fires one incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Off the play fake. Gunter dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And they're going to speed things up here. To throw on 3rd down. Gunter. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Operating from the gun. Gunter. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy. With that exchange, you know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. On first down, it's Oliver. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
High throw, but he makes the catch. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you
think,
mean by that, broke?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, and then he curls back inside for the completion.
They'll run on first down. It's Oliver, and this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides, but to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
On second down. It's Oliver, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now a give, right side. Oliver. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Now's the time. Don't give him nothing.
How many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. It was the safety blitz that ultimately did the job, and they're going to credit him with a sack. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that's incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They go again with Oliver. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the third quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that will tie our game here in the third. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, blitz coming, and down he goes. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On second down now. It's Allen up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The Packers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On first down, Allen, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
A gain of 3, second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
The Bears on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 11. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And, partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Back to throw now on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
They'll run on first down. It's Oliver. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Give him 5 on the QB run, but it's going to bring up a 4th down. And his kick is good. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 67 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the bootleg, Gunter. He finds his man, complete. It's Flynn. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. On 2nd down, it's Allen. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. To Allen on the dump off. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll make it 2nd down. Back to throw. Gunter going back to Allen. He's got him again. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. On 1st down, it's Allen. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off play action. Gunter. Underneath to Allen. It'll go as a gain of 4. And they're going to have a 3rd down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And if you're thinking field goal from here, it's 48 yards. I think they'd like to get him a little help now on 3rd down and move it closer. Looking to throw. Gunter. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. Still time to go for the win, but they've got to get up and spike it quickly. Throwing on 1st down. Gunter. And that will incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Off the play fake. Gunter. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. And they will get the timeout. So 3 seconds remaining, and they can trot out the field goal unit and try to send this one to overtime. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. With 3 seconds to go, if it's good, we're off to overtime. And his kick is indeed good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is it?
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. The situation is simple. It is sudden death from here on out. We had 2 stops defensively. The next score, whatever it is, wins this game.
I can't wait to see how the defense decides to play this, because knowing that the next point you give up lose the game for you, I expect them to be more aggressive, not just play a normal situational defense, but go after them, attack them a little bit, because otherwise the offense is just trying to find their way to get downfield and kick a field goal. Don't sit back and wait for them to make their plays. I think the defense needs to go after them.
Charles Davis says maybe they go aggressive. What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw here. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here comes the Bears punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at about the 28. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now a first throw here in overtime. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. 91 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. And that one will go down in the books as just a one-play drive and then 3 points tacked on to the end of it. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal, that's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for Chicago, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions.